So guys, we're basically going to dive into the deep end and cover exactly what an algorithm is and how it works for Instagram. Now, this isn't vital information, but having this knowledge on how Reels work behind the scenes will help massively when growing your account. There's quite a lot in this lecture, so if you're completely new to Instagram and none of this makes sense yet, please feel free to do the rest of the course first and then come back to this lecture afterwards. But for those of you who are already relatively comfortable on Instagram, here is a super useful and insightful lecture on exactly how the algorithm works, and how you can use this information to boss the algorithm and make your content consistently viral. Reels are the fastest way to grow on Instagram right now, so it's essential you're able to create the best and most engaging Reels possible. It took me a little over 3 months to grow an account from 0 to over 50,000 followers just by using Reels. And you can too if you implement all of these steps on this course. Okay then, so what is an algorithm? Well, the Cambridge Dictionary says the following. An algorithm is a set of mathematical instructions or rules that, especially if given to a computer, will help to calculate an answer to a problem. Music apps use algorithms to predict the probability that fans of one particular band will like another. The algorithm is basically the science behind Instagram and its content. It decides which content gets seen by who. So every single time a person opens the app, the algorithm instantly combs through all available content and decides the following. Which posts get shown on the homepage, which content is featured in the search tabs, and which content is shown to you on the Reels feed. So to understand how the algorithm works specifically for social media, it's important to understand what problem the algorithm is trying to solve and why. So the biggest challenge for social media companies is to get you onto their platform, and then to keep you on their platform for as long as possible. This is basically so they can serve more ads to you, as 99% of their revenue is from ads. So they have a vested interest in keeping you on their platform and engaging with as much content as possible. The way they entice you onto their platform is by putting super relevant, super targeted content right in front of your eyes by the algorithm. So then, how does the algorithm work for Instagram Reels? Well, the algorithm is a complex system designed to serve users content based on what it thinks they would be most interested in. This determines what you see on the Reels feed, home feed, and search pages. It is important to know that your main feed, your stories feed, your Reels feed, and Discover pages will all have slightly different algorithms and different ways of recommending content. No two Instagram users will see the same Reels on their feed, and the Reels you see may change over time based on your viewing preferences or even your current interests. Social media platforms have historically kept their algorithms a big secret. This makes sense, since algorithms are the technology that helps make each social media unique and different from the others. They are basically the money makers for each social media platform. And algorithms are basically the main way social networks can entice you onto their platform and keep you paying attention for long periods of time. Instagram, and any other platform for that matter, don't want people to be able to game the algorithm and gain more success than they deserve, hence the secrecy. However though, over time, as people have become more inquisitive about the inner workings of social medias, most platforms now reveal the basics of how their algorithms work, which is a huge benefit to anyone looking to supercharge their account. Fortunately, for all of us social media marketers and you lucky bunch, we now have some of the key ranking signals that the algorithm uses. So then, this is how the algorithm works for Instagram Reels, and it's basically split into 3 main key areas. And these are user interactions and interaction history, video information, and audio. Okay then, so user interactions and interaction history. So very similar in some respects to TikTok and YouTube Shorts, the algorithm for Reels bases recommendations on a user's interactions with content on the app. But what kind of interactions are tracked? The algorithm records anything that offers clues about the kind of content a user likes or doesn't like. The Reels feed recommends content based on several signals, which include, and guys, this is the main one. The main signal that the algorithm will pick up on is video completion rate, which is just a fancy way of basically saying videos you watch all the way to the end. So each time a user watches a video in full, that particular video would be more likely to be suggested to other people. Okay then, so the algorithm also picks up on things like which accounts you follow, comments you've posted, videos you've liked, commented on or shared, videos you've added to your favorites, videos you've saved, and videos you've marked as not interested, or videos you skip past, which is also a very important indicator on the algorithm. Okay, next up we have video information. Whilst user interaction signals are based on the way you interact with other content on the app, video information is based on the content itself. This is basically the information contained within the video. For example, if you search for travel videos in the search box, the videos that come up will have specific information signals in them to help relate them to the travel niche and show up in your search. So Instagram basically determines video information as captions and keywords, hashtags, sounds, effects, and trending topics. For example, so hashtags are a major influence on the algorithm. Basically, Instagram will categorize your content by using hashtags and keywords. So if someone keeps watching videos that have the travel hashtag or keyword in them, the algorithm will then notice this pattern and then start suggesting more travel content for that user to watch. Again, with sounds, the algorithm will pick up on any trending sounds or music in a video. And as you'll come to learn, trending sounds are really, really important, guys. Okay, so that brings me on to the next topic, which is audio. So when you use a trending sound or song in a video, the algorithm will use this to categorize your content and serve it to relevant audiences. Knowing how to use audio in your content is a great way to reach new audiences, as the algorithm will serve your video to people who have already engaged in that kind of trend. We'll cover more of this and how you can use audio to boost your content throughout this course, but just know for now, audio is a huge indicator on the algorithm. Okay guys, so there is good news for all new Instagram users. So Instagram will not take your follow account into consideration when it decides whether or not to push your reels in front of new audiences. This means those of you with small accounts will still get the same level of opportunity for each video than those bigger accounts. So if you create great content that resonates directly to an audience, it doesn't matter about the size of your following. You have as good of a chance as anyone to land on the Reels feed and get your content to go viral. Okay guys, so that's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we'll be covering what the microphase test is and how it works. The microphase test is a small test placed on each individual new video, and the results of your microphase test will determine how well your content takes off and whether or not it will become successful or not. Okay then guys, I hope this lecture has been insightful. Please feel free to revisit this lecture if you didn't manage to take it all in this time. It's a lot to take in, I know, but it's super useful information that you can take on your Instagram journey going forward. So if you need to revisit it guys, please feel free to rewatch it, or any questions, please leave them in the question box below and I will always get back to you. Okay guys, thanks for listening and I'll see you in the microphase lecture. Goodbye.